Nah, he's a great guy, man. And he like the young boy. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, this is Lavell Crawford, one of the funniest men alive. I'm gonna tell you something, Lavell. You're my favorite comic. I'm gonna just tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you. I know Dave Chappelle is Dave Chappelle. We can't really fuck with him because he got to the bag. You know, once you get to that bag, then nobody can really fuck with you like that. It's like we don't really argue with Jay-Z because he's a billionaire. So Dave Chappelle, when you can turn down 100 fucking million, all right, man, you made your point. But funny? Funny? Yo, Lavell, how you doing, my brother? How's everything, man?
Man, I'm blessed, Joe. I ain't seen you since we was at the George Lopez show. Remember we was at George Lopez and you gave me that same love. You a real nigga. It's an honor when I got cats like yourself giving me that love, man. It made everything. That bag didn't even mean nothing. When
Lavell, I want you to know something, right? And I don't want to cut you off, but I want you to know something. When Eddie Murphy did Raw, bless you. When Eddie Murphy did Raw, my whole projects went to the Dover movie theater. We went 100 deep. Out of the 100 people in the projects, the guy that got thrown out the movie theater is me. I laugh, and I don't even get high. I laugh so fucking much. You know when they gotta throw a motherfucker out the movie theater? That's me, because I'm on the floor. This is bummy shit too. This is the Bronx. The floor sticky with fucking soda and niggas done pissed on the floor. Like I'm on the floor. Like there's nothing I can do, Lavell. Like I'm on the Now I say this because many years ago I was hanging out in my house. Bunch of my friends were smoking that shit. Right, and I didn't even know you could have secondhand smoking that. And you was doing some stand-up. I think it was on BET, and you was super big at that time. And I looked at you like you was a fucking human M&M with peanuts, because you had a fucking this long ass suit on, and your head. I was like, yo, this is a fucking this. And then you do you remember the time you did the shit where you was like talking like you talking to crack? Yeah. I love you. Yo, I almost caught a heart attack. Look, I almost caught a heart attack. How do you come up with this shit?
Nigga, I go, man, you know what I do, dog? Like, with you rappers, y'all do that, y'all call that freestyle. Some of y'all write y'all paper down. Me, that's what I do on stage, man. I freestyle, be just talking real nigga shit, man. Just like I'm talking to my partners on the street, and I come up with those ideas, and then I go on stage again, talk about it again, and add till I make that stuff, pure cut real shit. You know what I'm saying? And and everybody love it, because I had cousins on crack, and and I had jokes about it, because one family reunion, 2 of my cousins was on crack. They robbed the family blind. I ain't even gonna lie. They didn't got their life together, but when you see cousins that used to babysit you and they mama making them come upstairs and give back the gold chain you got for Christmas, you like, damn, why cuz stealing from me? She used to whoop my ass when I was little. You know what I'm saying? So you write off of them experiences, man, make that shit funny. And I just be coming up with stuff like that, man. My life is a joke, dog. Like this pandemic right now, man. I've been talking about that shit on stage now. I just bring it to life. That's real comedy to me, man. Remember Richard Pryor, how Richard Pryor talked about his life. Like he get a divorce, he shot the car up so his wife couldn't take the car. I mean, that shit happened. You know what I'm saying? So I just be reporting what's going on in my world,
I sat my daughter down and I played Richard Pryor for her live on the Sunset, the joint, and she was amazed. She was like, this man, she was like, Dad, this is the 70s. He's talking like it's 2020. And I was like, yo, Mom, he's the best. It's Richard Pryor. She was like, damn, Dad, he sound like right now. Like we were dying on the floor with this Richard Pryor. Like we was like, you know, like I told you, I'm a sucker for laughs. I seen your I don't know if it was your last one. You went back to your hood where you was talking that you was the last one where you was talking that shit about your family, and he said, "Yo, keep it 100." And
Oh
you was
yeah. Keep it
yo,
100. Keep it 100. Yeah.
yo, tell the people if they ain't see it, tell them that little do that little keep it 100 shit for them.
I'm talking about my cousin, my little nephew.
Yeah.
My little nephew, he went, he's stealing sayings. He always stealing sayings, man. Everything he hear, like he talk about, like I always say, like I never fuck with. I like Brandy, but I never fuck with Ray J. Cause Ray J always saying, I keep it 100. I keep it 100. My nephew heard that stuff. He said, you know me, Uncle. I keep it 100. I keep it 100. I'm grown, so I don't know what the hell that means. And come to find out, that means my criminal cousin said that means he tell the truth 100%. And I knew my nephew didn't know what that shit mean, cause that nigga ate my chocolate chip famous cookie with the pecans in it, and he said he didn't see him. It was the boxes under his bed, so I know he don't know shit about keeping it 100. He said then he come up with this other saying. He talking about, and I'm down for whatever. I'm down for whatever. And I said, slow down, son. I said, you don't want to say that shit anywhere. You get around them boys that like boys, you gonna wind up sitting up there butt naked and knocked out with a rainbow tattoo on your ass, And so, then one day he was playing that damn Grand Theft Auto, he was in the door closed, like I couldn't hear him talking about. He was in there with the door closed, talking about, yeah, I'm gonna take that, man. I'm a real nigga. And I heard him. He didn't think nobody heard his ass in that PlayStation. And I said, boy, you better watch your mouth. I ain't even know what a real nigga was. I ain't know that was like some nigga steroids. Some kind of nigga werewolf. I was like, what kind of real nigga that? Because I know I ain't no real nigga. If the police, the Ku Klux Klan and the skinheads come around me, I was like, I'm sorry. I don't know nothing about a real nigga, sir. I'm just a regular nigga. Please just let me go. Get your fat ass out of here, nigga. And I said, yes, sir. But my nephew here, real nigga, So I said, I didn't want us to be around the wrong place. Times is getting hard. Times is getting real hard, man. Nigga come out.
Yo, Lavell, you told him, yo, my nephew's down for whatever.
Yeah, right. The nigga want to rob me.
You telling the Ku Klux Klan, y'all might want him. He a real nigga.
He a real nigga. That's what I'm saying. Nigga bust out the bush, want to rob us. She talking about, these niggas crazy nowadays. They don't just rob you. And you say, yeah, nigga, I'm going to rob you. And then I'm going to rape you. And then I'm going to make you niggas suck my dick. And I'm like, oh, Lord. I'm too old to start sucking anybody's dick. But my nephew here, he said he down for whatever. And he's like, no, I didn't know that. So don't get scared now. I thought you was a real nigga. I said, go suck that dick because you keep it 100. You keep it 100. Suck that dick, nigga. But yeah, man,
Woo! Yo, I told my father Cuban, he don't know no English, but I told him the story about your father in Spanish. I went to see my mother and father, and I told him this shit. You said your father is a bodybuilder.
Yeah. Well, the nigga who I thought was my father, but that's so funny. He built his body up different than mine. I built mine up with McDonald's. He built his up with weights. For real. And then I seen him in the bikini drawers, and then I said, damn, I ain't got none of that dick. I ain't inherited none of that dick. I'm going to take my dick after my mama.
You said I ain't got no dick. Damn, my dad got it. I ain't get none of that dick. You said, yo, I guess I came out like my mama.
Right.
Yo, Lavell, man. Yo, I swear to God, man. Like, I seen you in the new movie with Adam Sandler.
Yeah, man.
That's a step white. That's a step up.
Well,
you got a little white look.
Hey, man, that's been you know what, Joe? Let me keep it real with you, man. I've been doing, I've been blessed to do a lot of white shit, man. Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul. I was on there with Robin Williams with the Crazy Ones, man. I did a movie with the young girl from Twilight. We did I forgot the name, America Ultra, and Adam Sandler this is the second movie he put me on, so man, it's an honor, man. Hell, shit, that white money spent just like black money. White folks come out without no question. Brother be like, damn, who else on the show? But I love my black people, cause I would have loved to been in Friday fighting with Day them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They fuck with. I mean, you black, man. I don't know how to explain it to you, man. That's why I said I was happy to see you in the Adam Sandler, because, when we keep it real, it's real hard for us to cross over.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? I was watching this Cat Williams shit, and he was talking about getting old is overrated. You seen that shit? Where he said his man came with like cast on his ribs, and he's like, yeah, man, you was in a car accident. And this man was like, nah, I just yawned the wrong way.
Cat is one of the greatest, even though people try to shit on him for keeping it real. That man had like 9 specials, and he came so hard with it, and he speaks so real. I think that's why he got in a lot of trouble, because he was questioning shit that people don't question, but he was putting it in a funny way. But see, the thing about Cat, to me, he reminded me of George Carlin. Because George Carlin, if you watch George Carlin's last special, it's so retrospective of what we going through right now. How people take away from a little bit of their freedom to feel safe from germs and stuff like that. And George Carlin, he said some real innovative shit, and I think that's how Cat is to me. And when I knew Cat was opening up for me a long time ago, right? And then the thing about him blew up. We always had mad respect for each other. And then when I seen Cat, because Cat didn't have no fronts at one time. You know what I'm saying? Cat didn't he ain't had no teeth in his mouth. People don't even know that. I used to see him, he was like, he used to laugh like a pimp all the time. But when he started making money, it's a lot of cats from the hood missing a few teeth. Hell, I'm missing my side teeth, but I got them 2 front. I got my front, but a couple of them broke off eating Jolly Ranchers. You know what I'm saying? So, but I got it together. Because I'm in movies now, so you try to take care of the four or five I got. But the thing about Cat, I love his comedy, and see, the thing about real comedy, they gonna talk about what happened, and you can't let us become famous because we gonna talk about shit that Hollywood be private about, and you get in trouble about it. He's saying stuff like, hey man, he ain't supposed to say nothing about that. Nigga, I'm a comedian and I'm a real nigga. If you doing it, you must be all right with it. But it probably got him in a little trouble, but I still...
Yeah, this time, this cancel shit, these fucking tight-ass underwear wearing people, man, they comedy, since Richard Pryor and all that, was always made to make fun of shit you ain't supposed to make fun of.
Yeah.
And it's keeping it real, and it's the funniest shit in the world. That's why I love that last Dave Chappelle, when he was talking about the gay shit and all that. We LGBT friendly, but he was talking some shit that was so fucking funny. Everybody was like, yo, like, and he's so fucking rich, he don't care who mad at him, so he don't
pretty much. I got in trouble.
Lavell.
I got in trouble on that shit with
one thing. Yo, listen. One thing I noticed about you is your weight loss.
Okay.
What's up? What do you do? You do the operation? Did you do? What you say? Yo, I want to fucking live.
Well, I saw your ass get all small, and I was like, ain't this a bitch? Fat Joe gonna jump down and get all small on the nigga. I gotta do something. He calling himself Fat Joe. He ain't even fat no more. But I'm be honest, man. I saw you was an inspiration. Because I see a cat living well, still doing your thing. But the dangerous thing about me wanting to lose weight is being being a stand-up comedian, I do jokes about food and all that stuff. That's why I always writing, because people like, man, what you gonna do? You lose the weight, can you be funny? I'm like, yeah, I can still
Fuck
be
that.
funny because I'm a comedian, man. I can fan jokes in
Fuck
anything.
that. We want to live. You don't want to be the fat
Yeah,
nigga that died. Fuck that.
right, right.
We
Because
want to
like my man
live, man.
had. Yeah, like Heavy D, he had lost the weight, but and I think he had lost it at a one time. Got rest his soul, and he was looking good, man. And big brothers be wanting to get trimmed down because we don't want to be breathing hard all our damn life, going to sleep standing up, shit like that, But we try to find our way. But I had a gastric sleeve, but my family, my wife, beautiful wife, and my kids, they are so homeopathic, man, where they into so much holistic shit. So we eat. You come over our house, it's like a damn Whole Foods up in this bitch, vegetables, and we juicing and we eating right. We gotta make sure the cow ate grass and didn't eat nothing bad. We gotta, we doing some real, innovative stuff to just stay healthy, man. Just
Now that's real
growing your
shit.
body.
My wife do the same shit, all that nasty shit, ginger shots and all. I'm
Yeah,
like, yo, this shit
yeah,
medicine. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Every time I try to get on some old super healthy shit, the food tastes like fucking cardboard, like medicine, man.
Oh
That
my
shit don't
God.
work.
But the strange thing about when we was living in Cali, I'm in Houston now, but I was living in Cali. They had a lot of restaurants where they took pride in, vegetarian meals, and they found a way to make the shit taste good. I wouldn't buy none of that store-bought bull crap because I don't know how to do it, but we found recipes, but we still eat meat. I ain't no vegetarian. That's some bullshit. There's too many cows out here that need to die, and I ain't gonna, I ain't gonna, all they doing is eating grass and shitting out their ass. So somebody got to eat them. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
So,
Lavell,
but
let me ask you something. Who's your top 5 funniest or greatest comedians of all time on your list?
On my list, well, it always, I'll go with my homie Red Fox. He from
Ooh.
St. Louis. Red Fox, Richard Pryor, of course, Robin Harris, George Carlin, and who's the number 4? It's a toss up between love and honor, because like Bernie Mac, and then, I give to Steve Harvey because of what he did with his career, because Steve Harvey, he turned comedy into a business, and he helped me out a lot. So I had to give him love on that side. Cause
Yeah, he
I
the
did a
richest
lot of,
motherfucker in the globe.
man. So, in that mixture, and then of course you got your Chappelle's, who I love. I love Mike Epps. We grew up together. Bill Burr, one that also grew up with me. It's some comedians that I can sit and watch all
Yeah, that
day.
boy Mike Epps looked like he loved life. He
Yeah,
got
he
the
crazy.
young wife. He got his roller skates. That
Hmm.
motherfucker living the life.
Yeah, he finally
Mike Epps
slowed
roller
down to
skating in
love
the
his life.
crib.
Pablo Francisco. Pablo Francisco, another cat, man, and it's so many in that mixture, man, that I love, So, I mean, but in that
Was you
mix,
coming up? Was you coming up with Tiffany Haddish, or she came up after you?
she was a baby girl. I seen Tiffany Haddish when she was a little kid. I met her on the street, and she tried to join with me on the street. I knew she was gonna do something with herself. Cause I said, "Get your little ass out of here. What you out here trying to do? Your titties ain't big enough to sell no ass. So what you doing? And she got in my ass. She tried to talk shit back to me, and we became friends. And I told her back then, cause she always talk about Kevin Hart, but I just gave her a little advice. I never gave her no money to help out, but I used to tell her, get your press kit together. You got a style, you got an energy, and don't sell out. Just being, be yourself, and I always told her that. And she ran with that shit, man. And, and I knew she was going to break the seal sooner or later. So, yeah, we good friends. Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah,
I'm
that's the
proud of
beautiful
her.
thing when you see everybody coming up. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
'Cause
Yeah. It's enough
stand-up
money out here for
comedy,
everybody.
stand-up comedy seems like a hard job until you crack it open.
Bruh, it's a hard job, but you know, it's one of the most lucrative jobs out there because you don't have to be famous to make a living at it. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's so many rooms, so many people need comedy. Nigga, they be wanting comedy at funerals. You understand me? You know, so you know you can make it on the Christian side, you can make it on the secular side. You can. It's so much money, dog. It's so much money. If all you gotta do is know your hustle. Like right now, they didn't cut down the capacity at the club, but as long as your ass ain't got no ego, you can make a living right during this pandemic. You understand? I mean, it used to be 300 plus in the club. We were doing arenas, me, Mike Epps, Gary Owens, and all of us. But then they cut it down to like 150, you know, a night. I'm still selling out, but it's just on a smaller scale. But once
You
you
know, it's
got it,
crazy, right? Because Lavell, I saw you early. You one of the first people I seen work in the COVID, right?
yeah,
And I seen you
yeah.
announcing some shows, I think Atlanta, somewhere else. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like I said, I'm a big fan. And I was worried because at that time I was still scared to death, still in the house. I was
Right.
like, yo, I don't know if it's safe for Lavell to be going out there to be doing these shows. Is it like social distance? Is it like, what's
Yeah,
it
yeah.
like these
What?
days?
Good question. They separating. They got like this little plexiglass and shit up there, and they got they checking people temperature and and they make you wear a
So
mask
when you
coming in.
perform, you got a glass in front of you?
Well, no, they do. They do on the sides of them, like behind, like to separate the tables. Like some of the tables are separated. The ones in front, they just got them far apart, like 6 feet apart. But I mean, some people had their mask on. Now, and the thing about me, I told people, I'm more scared. I was more scared of getting kicked out of my crib than Corona, dog. You understand? Because them bills
Yeah,
didn't
let me
have
tell you.
the bills didn't have no pandemic
Let,
on them.
let, yeah, let me tell you something. We was perfect. We was perfect in here.
Mm-hmm.
Me, my wife, my daughter, and I don't know why. Me and my daughter were sitting there watching some Netflix, and my wife came on with a speaker this big,
Mm-hmm.
and it was D Nice DJing on Instagram, and she like, yo, love, yo, put a little love, and we like, yo, we watching that, yo, love, yo, she was blasting that shit,
Right,
encore, and I'm like. And at that point, I realized, holy shit, it's this COVID shit. Like
right,
she finally snapped. And she was trying to tell us, like, yo, fuck Netflix. I'm pumping my music. I don't give a fuck what y'all
right,
doing. What I was
right.
like, oh, shit is getting real out here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, cause you get feel like you held hostage, like you in Guantanamo Bay or some shit.
Guantanamo Bay on this
Yeah,
motherfucker.
man, and you be thinking, yeah, man. I told him I turned into Hannibal Lecter in this bitch. I say, man, I'm about to lose my motherfucking man, cause I gotta get back out and get it in, cause I didn't know how it was gonna go. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what was gonna happen, cause I didn't wrote a
Yeah, it
book.
was scary. Everything's
Yeah,
scary. It's still
yeah.
scary. It's still real. But it was scary. And then with us, we make our money off of shows. Hip hop still ain't got shows.
Right.
So
I know.
I had so many concerts lined up.
Man.
That shit fucked up everything, the COVID shit. You know what I'm saying? And
Look,
so
look here. I was on a bus. I just had eye surgery, right? Had a blood vessel bust my eye. They had a gas bump, so I couldn't get on a plane. I had to pay for a tour bus by myself, right? And the dude gave me a deal, but I was on the road headed to Sacramento, San Jose, and Fresno, and we stuck like 700 miles outside of Texas. I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and these motherfuckers called me right there. The bus had broke down. The nigga fan belt went bad on the bus. I said, God damn, how your fan belt go bad, nigga? This is horrible. And so I'm in the middle of Albuquerque, and these motherfuckers called me right there and told me that all the shit had been shut down. So I had to ride back. Couldn't get my money back or nothing to go
took
back
a
home. I'm
fucking
trying to
L.
man, took a L, dog. And I'm
And
sitting
it
up
was
here
like,
like,
I'll tell you crazy shit happened to me one time. We was a tour bus and it was broken down somewhere in Texas. And it was just like a million grasshoppers, like a million Like, it was scary to get the fuck out the bus because it was like I don't know where that was in Texas one time. The fucking bus broke down, and it was a million grasshoppers and shit. And then we walked in a barn and shit, and they was doing the Dukesy. Like, you know, motherfuckers gonna kill you around here if you ain't got the fuck up out of here. Them motherfuckers are doing it. Don't go messing with a country boy. They doing the fucking do-si-do. I'm like, yo, if we don't get the fuck out of here, they about to kill us. That bus life.
They're gonna ask you some questions. Where y'all coming from? What y'all doing inside of these parts? You know,
you walk in that door, that shit sound like
record scratch. Oh,
motherfuckers combing the fucking mustache like you like, oh shit, these motherfuckers about to get
holding their lady tight. They holding her tight because you know she was looking. She was probably like, oh, I ain't never had no hip hop before.
Man, my brother, man. Lavell. So what I was gonna say is what you got coming up? Are you working on some shit coming up?
Well, yeah, I did another movie with Gerard Carmichael called On the Count of Three. And what he dudes made a suicide pact, so they going wild. And I played a boss. We filmed part of it in Canada and part of it in Syracuse, New York. You know, because New York, y'all gangster out there with that corona, man. I had to take that damn test before I got on the plane, when I landed, when I was on the movie set. And then before I left, that shit was rough, Jack. Sticking that shit up, broomstick hand up my nose, touching my brain, nigga. I was like, look, you got to do both holes? For real, shit. I mean,
but you know, a lot of people died, God bless them, in New York, so that's why they try to protect everybody and make sure everybody's straight.
Well, I understand that, but I understand it totally. I'm not playing it short, but I'm saying, you know, niggas was dying way before this shit ever hit, but all of a sudden now y'all want to try to put a shovel up my goddamn nose. Y'all wasn't checking for niggas then, but you know, it is what it is, and we gotta stay healthy. Now they keeping count. Now they keeping body counts. Now all of a sudden, they wasn't giving a fuck back last in 2019. They didn't give a shit how you died. Get his ass out of here. But now we gotta keep you safe, you know, with some anti-vax.
You let Trump say it. He said, soon as the fucking shit is over, the president shit, he said it's gonna be over. He said you ain't gonna hear about Corona no more. That shit gonna be gone.
I know. That's the crazy shit about it, because that motherfucker caught it, and 2 days later he was back out. I was just like,
he was super Trump.
I was like, yeah, he was talking about this the best I ever felt. I think you should catch it because this is good. This is the greatest Corona I ever had in my life. I was like, nigga, get the fuck out of here. I mean,
that motherfucker crazy.
He funny. He make me laugh though, because people. I said when I do this joke on my one special, I say he the first real nigga we ever had in White House. I ain't lying, because that motherfucker, he check his gal. He start fights and shit. I mean, the dude funny to a point of he ignorant, and I mean, I'll never support the motherfucker because I don't know where he coming out of. But I can't support none of these motherfuckers, because Joe Biden teeth brown in the sections. He got brown teeth. I can't trust his ass. I don't know. I said I can't. I'm like, man, I don't know who to vote for. People like, better vote. I said, for who, nigga? I don't trust neither one. Cause Joe Biden look like Count Chocula, and I don't know what the hell Donald Trump look like. He got a piece of orange sherbet on his head. I'm like, man, I'm gonna just pray. I'm gonna say, God, you work it out for me, you know. But you know, that's why I'm out here laughing and making people laugh, dog. I wrote a book. I wrote a children's book. It's coming out. I got a comedy guide that I wrote too. I'm just out here trying to, you know, just in case them niggas shut shit down again, I got more irons in the fire.
You got some shit moving.
Yeah, like you doing your show here, because I seen it with Buster. You up here starting fights on this shit. You up here starting fights. I seen your ass starting shit.
This is a peaceful thing. This is peaceful, yo. This is where we celebrate life and we honor our legends.
I love Buster. I love T.I. It was just funny. They said T.I. came back. He was like, look, man, you too grown, man, for me, man, you know. And I was just like, well, you know, he got a point, you know. You know, Buster might be a little later date than him, so, you know. But
Busta
I
Rhymes
mean,
say, you know, T.I., when you fucking with the conglomerate, when
yeah,
you fucking with
T.I.
the conglomerate, who got
he
hit
is.
records for over 3 decades to smack you up top of your fucking head every time they come on. I be like, yo, listen, Busta Rhymes album come out the night, and I've been waiting to hear this album. He got Kendrick Lamar, Anderson .Paak. He got everybody. I can't wait to hear this fucking album, man.
Let me tell you
Busta
something about
shit come
Buster.
out the night.
Let me tell you something about Buster. My favorite shit is on that Look at Me Now. You getting paper. When his ass come on that motherfucker with Chris Brown, we getting paper, nigga. That's
Looking at
got
me
to,
now, we getting paper.
man. Yeah, you ain't lying. I'm like, God,
Nah, Bus.
Bust
He's
blowing out.
beyond the legend.
You
My
know,
brother Lavell.
yo, yes, sir.
Oh, you froze and shit.
Hey,
Nah,
hey,
yo, my brother.
I'm in this white neighborhood. We don't got that kind of reception for black shit. You know, in the
Yeah.
gated community, they shut our shit off too early.
Lavelle, let me tell you something. I love you. When I get, we on Revolt TV Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern. When I get my big show, because I'm going to get a big fucking show. I'm going to be there.
Speaking, brother,
I'll send you
speaking.
all the fucking David Letterman of these motherfuckers. When I get the big one, I'm going to invite you, set you up, treat you like a motherfucking king that you are, and let you go crazy on these motherfuckers.
Hey, you know I will, nigga. You know I got love for you, Joe. You always been a
Number
real nigga,
love,
and I
Lavelle.
appreciate that,
Thank you
man.
for stopping by the big show.
Thank you, sir.
Love, my brother. God damn, Lavell Crawford. He my favorite. He my favorite. If y'all